Come craft a really fun, bright, and colorful egg carton flower bouquet with me. This is a great craft for kids because they get to have fun with paint, but it will require a little bit of input from adults, especially in the prep and finishing stages. So you're going to use groups of 4 egg wells. I'm not sure what you really call them. So I find that a 12 dozen paper egg carton does work best for this. And you're going to start by cutting off the ends to isolate that bottom section that has those cups. Next, with the help of a craft knife, scissors, whatever works best, you're going to separate these sections into groups of 4. We're going to make 3 flowers because that's what works best with 1 egg carton. Next, you're going to use scissors to trim around the edges to define those petals. Now, there's no exact right way to do this. I've done this a few times and I've done it different ways each time. So just do what feels right. On this particular one, I went minimal with the trimming and I just sort of got rid of a lot of the mess. Next, you're going to want to cut off the flat sides. Now, you're going to need like about 3 flat strips. They're going to need to be about roughly half the size of the length of the 12 dozen egg carton. Now, in some spots, it's a little harder to find strips. So just do what you can and try to find the parts of the egg carton that work best for this. For leaves, I started with that area that's actually leaf shaped. I cut it out, and then I just found from the flat parts different areas I could cut into leaves. Now we're going to be using glossy paint in 3 different colors, just bright pops of color, but of course, do what works best for you. And we're going to paint that on. Because the egg carton is so absorbent, you are probably only going to need 1 layer of paint. It's going to take in a lot of paint and really be nice and colorful over there. To give it a little bit more dimension, I added some of the other colors that I used on the other flowers around the edges and in the center of each flower, blending it in while the paint was still wet. And that's just a quick slow down video of how I blended it in using soft but confident stroke. Now, if you're going to want to really make this a polished project, you are going to want to paint the back because that will show I chose the color that I used for the edge paint to do this. Now, without boring you too much by showing you every part, I did paint the leaves green and the centers yellow, adding little touches of complementary colors, around the edges. Now you're going to take your center parts and cut some fringe into it. Cut them relatively close for a more polished look, but don't cut too far or too close to the end. It's really just the tips that need to be cut. You're using the dowels that are then going to become the stems of your flowers just to curl out the edges a bit. You're not doing this along the whole thing, you're just doing this along the outer end. So then you're going to put a little bit of glue on the part that you did not curl, a little bit of hot glue, attach your dowel to it, and start rolling it up. You are going to want to add small amounts of glue, strips of glue along the bottom as you curl it up, working in sections. So go ahead, roll up that whole thing and hold it shut and secure it. Now you're going to see that the petal section of your flower has a natural hole that occurred in the center. Poke the dowel through and glue that center part of the flower in place. Just push it in and press it until it's secure. The final step is going to be to glue on your leaf wherever you'd like. You can, for the ones that don't have a natural curl themselves, you can again curl it using the dowel to help you, but you don't need to. Be creative, do what you want with it, and have fun. So obviously you're going to do this with all 3 flowers, and when you're done, you have a sweet little egg carton flower bouquet. You can place it in a vase. You can do whatever you want with it. You can even use a pen as the center of the flower, although it might be a little heavy on the top, but that's fine. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button so more people can see it. And of course, comment if you have any questions. Yes, I will respond.